Stadium, Baton Rouge. A late season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. It's the SMU Mustangs and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
I caught up with the Mustangs head coach before the game. This running back has been a revelation all season long. They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered. Each and every week, we see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15, they are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Mustangs will kick off first, and here we go. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And he'll be stopped. The return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Offense in a bunch formation. Wide receiver comes in motion. Moving the pocket, it's Levin. Throws to the back. Grabbed over the middle, it's Durham. It's a seam wide open. Past the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Tells to run, wants to pass. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Unloads to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays in the field.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll go to the air. Out wide right, it's Durham. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Riding up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Hale. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. From the gun, the ground game. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
He's got it for a big play. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Dropping back, it's Jennings. Open on the right side, that's Smith. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Mustangs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
Wide receiver going in motion. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Still looking to his right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking for running room. Knocked down immediately.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot They're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Look out on the right. He's at the and it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Tigers. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. These two-point conversions are tricky enough. You don't want to add to the degree of difficulty by backing up 5. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hale. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll run it. Swapped immediately.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Out wide left, it's Cooper. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that, you're now gifting your opponent points.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Motion from the wide receiver. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Buys time to his left. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown LSU! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. From deep, it's Hale. And he loses the ball deep in his own end.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense? Getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Sets his feet, it's Jennings. Finds the big tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage.
Snags it, and he's open. Gets away from one. He's got space. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40. And the Mustangs with the 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Just threw that one way too far.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Left side is Singleton. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, SMU! The AT unit on the field.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
An 84-yard drive there. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Deep in the end zone, and the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Sells the run, looking to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Caught. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Play action on first down. Flush to the left. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. The corners are walked up tight. Gonna look downfield again. Going for 6. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Man, really good job by this defense staying positive. They gave up a bunch of yards, got down towards the shadow of their own goal line. 2 straight passes, 2 incompletions, trying to just get off the field here with only giving up 3 points.
Keeps it himself. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs!
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Pretty good job on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 32-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Right side, it's Harris. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. Upstairs he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb. climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Might as well run him again. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Fighting off the defender. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Man, the option is so hard to stop, and so many bodies near the line of scrimmage on 4th and short. They run it, but just a good job by the quarterback finding space. He didn't need to pitch it. Takes it himself and gets just enough for the first down.
The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Jennings. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide left, it's Hale. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
It's complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Mustangs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Caught in the backfield, it's Cooper. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Motion from the wideout. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Snags it. Turning it on. The 10. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Touchdown Mustangs! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The screen, he can go. SMU spends his second timeout here. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quick give. They knock him down right there.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, he'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
The Mustangs line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the ball comes to rest right there. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. That one just came off his hand badly. They'll need a bunch on second down. Snap it to the back. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Moves to his right. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Out wide right, it's Harris. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Watkins. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Drops back on first down. They get to him as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We kick things off with Arkansas taking on the South Carolina Gamecocks. And it's the Razorbacks able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And that's now 4 W's on the season. This one could be a confidence builder, not only in the context of this season, but also what that group of underclassmen can do down the road.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Buying time to his right. Got his man on the outside. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Hand it to the back. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
To the ground. He's got it again. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. It's Smith. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like...
There he goes. He's at the touchdown, SMU. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another down.
Second and long here. Sends it back in motion. Second and 10. He'll throw again. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. On the draw, it's Durham. Stopped cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Uh-oh, look out. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now second and 3.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Good coverage to knock that pass away.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1. Offense still out there lining up quickly on fourth down. Gotta make the play on fourth. Unloads it left. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that fourth down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about it.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time.
Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, and he could have stopped the drive right there with the pick, but he couldn't hold it.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Runs through a man. He might have space. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move change and convert that fourth down.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's
caught. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Hale. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Working the ground game. Driven back. The Mustangs want to pick up the tempo.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Snaps on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. This offense has it with really good field position. Making the adjustment. Here's a give to Durham. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Right side, it's Green. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Little bit of uncertainty there. Play clock down to 4, and they'll call a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. To throw, it's Levin. Blasted as he lets it go. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They want to run this quarterback. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, LSU! That score will give them a little more point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. That's such a...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Needs it here on fourth down. Takes a hit as he fires. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Caught, and he's got room. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
Quick completion on the out route. Breaks attack, just keeps moving. Running inside the 20. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. From the gun, the running back has it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And the Mustangs in the hurry-up. Moves the pocket. It's Jennings. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Wants to throw one first. Rush right in his face. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Enough to move the chains. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41.
This is when an offense really makes their money. Like when you can be a team that they know you're running the football, you know you're running the football, but you can still get little chunk plays right here. And most importantly, with the lead, keep that clock ticking.
He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
I tell you what, fourth quarter, you're trying to get to the quarterback, trying to get the ball back to your offense. But nice pursuit. Nice job making the QB scramble outside of the pocket, chasing him down. And even better, you got a gift. He runs out of bounds, so now the clock stops. Now,
into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Gain of 6, they're looking at 3rd and 4. The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Plows his way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He was looking for running room, but they get him down to the 28, and now they are set up. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Sees a crease. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick, the offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Wilson. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Snaps it in the shotgun. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss.
Well, this is a quarterback who's used to using his athleticism to his advantage and burning defenses, but there was nothing going there. Great job by the defense, taking everything away and forcing.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Trying to establish the run. Breaks into the open. He's dropped.
Well, the ball carrier really showed up for his offense there, right? Down in your own end, within your own 10-yard line, you need someone to step up and make an explosive play happen. You got to make people miss and give yourself some room to work and operate and really get this drive going.
He's loose down the left side. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Mustangs. Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. So they'll use a timeout here, one more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Handoff, Caden Durham. He's past the sticks. Hits the afterburner. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Over the middle, it's Smith. Tackled after a gain of 4 on the play, and that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. The snap sets up to throw. Fires to the wideout. Left side is Smith. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the Mustangs want to crank the tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Right side, it's Hale.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Misses badly on that one.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, I know when the defense goes back and watches this film, it's not going to be perfect, but that was the stop they needed, right, David? You've got two great offenses going back and forth. You just got to be able to break serve once, and the defense did it here at the very end. No matter how you do it, I know the stats weren't great, but the most important statistic, they get the win.
Get the win, obviously. You worry about cleaning everything up, but you also want timely defense, right? Like when you need it, can you come through? I know a lot of people were holding their breath on the sideline, wondering if they would come through, but they did. They got the stop in a big moment. Their offense scored a bunch of points, and they walk away with the victory.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. The ride. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Flips it out in the flat. Could not make his way to the corner. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those